not great, but very good.
Consistent.
And he gets an improvement of Seattle's defense. So, obviously, Handy Quack's now, again, playing for next year. Going to be one of the biggest disappointments in Dynasty history.
Yeah, oh, yeah, of course.
Probably the most disappointing.
Most disappointing
ever.
Team this year.
This year, bar none.
If he doesn't get it, I'm going to fucking kill someone.
The next trade, Bob, it looks like you actually were handed this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Monkey. You, Mr. Scooper, you get Vernon Davis, a 2014 14th round pick, and a 2015 10th round pick. Good thing you're getting those. And Brutal Deluxe.
Can I say something? I'm going to interrupt you. The reason maybe why I possibly sometimes may get later draft picks is actually for the league's benefit. It's so that I can be done drafting a couple rounds before everyone else so I can start cleaning up and get things.
You know what?
So I'm doing it for you guys.
Always looking out for everyone.
Sorry, continue.
Brutal gets a 2014 7th round pick. So basically, Vernon Davis for a 17th
Thoughts?
round pick.
I need an upgrade at tight end.
Yeah, you did. Jared Cook's been terrible. I was just kind of like, all right.
Am I giving up too much, do you think?
I think you probably could have waiver wired your way and been okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you can get a waiver wire tight end and they're better than Vernon Davis.
No, not better than Vernon Davis. I don't think you have to give him a 7th round pick for Vernon Davis. Right. I'm not a big fan of Vernon.
I also was not. I didn't think I got good value there, but Brandon kind of backed me into a corner and stomped on my nuts a little bit.
That sly little bastard.
Stomped on my nuts. The Rockdalian Senators, the son of a bitch obtained Megatron. Yeah, Calvin Johnson from Handy Quacks for a 3rd and 8th round pick. Bub, feelings?
I actually think Will got the better end of this deal.
Really?
Yeah,
I think it's a fair trade.
It's fairly fair.
Yeah. Fairly fair.
It's fairly fair. I think it's not Nick fairly fair. I was expecting Calvin to go for a 2. And when I saw he went for a 3, I thought that was pretty good. But my inside information says that the 2 just wasn't being offered.
That's inaccurate.
At the time, I heard the 2 was not offered, and I heard after the trade was accepted, there was a 2 on the table. That's what I've heard.
Well, that's technically right, but he accepted the trade without coming back to this other person that would have offered a 2nd round pick to tell him, hey, a 2nd round pick would do it. Got me?
I understand. There's also some other information that we are both aware of.
We're going to keep secrets from the league, Bob.
We don't have to. You tell me. Do we want to?
I don't think we can say that and not say it.
So my inside information tells me that the reason Handy Quacks accepted the trade without consulting anyone else after that is there is I'll say a potential agreement for a keeper trade in the offseason regarding one of Will's players.
Okay. Very open to opinion there. And
it sucks for that other manager who missed out on Calvin, though, huh?
Yes, but I don't know. The
next trade.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll discuss this at a later point.
Okay. The next one. No, thank you, Monkey. You're so good to us. You get Aaron Rodgers and a 2015 13th round pick.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep.
And Handy Quacks receives a 2014 3rd and a 2015 9th. Another one where I thought probably could have went for a 2.
So on this one you think I'm getting a little bit better then versus the other one you thought I gave up a little bit too much. This one you think...
Yeah, I think I was expecting Rodgers and Calvin to both go for a 2.
Okay.
And both went for 3. So maybe it just wasn't there. I know, getting Rodgers for this entire year and potentially keeping him for next year.
I disagree with you, Bob, because I think that in order for it to be worth a 2, they had to be studs so far this year, plus almost getting them in the very beginning of the season.
I mean, it's still only 5 weeks in.
Yeah.
It's still early. I don't know.
A second. I could see it, but I don't. I think you're saying this trade is fair. It's just.
I expected it to go for a 2. But
Okay.
it's not a bad trade.
Obviously, I get to upgrade a quarterback, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Andrew Luck's not going to be a top 3
I
quarterback.
know, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Well,
so far.
So actually, I think he is in the 8th, though. I mean, he's not too far off.
No, I can't be right.
Double check while I read off the next trade. I'm pretty sure he's in the top 10 at least. The Rapists. They are receiving Reggie Wayne and a 10th round pick from Handy Quacks for a 5th round pick. So I'm going to, while Bub is looking things up here, I'm going to say that I personally don't think Reggie Wayne is worth a 5th round pick. John obviously lost Julio Jones, and I think he may be panicking a little bit. I understand that he, wanted to go and get a receiver. Totally get that. I just wonder if a 5th round, if he could have got maybe a better receiver than Reggie Wayne for a 5th round pick. That's a pretty high pick. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just think that that maybe he could have got a better player at receiver if you waited a week or two if other teams start selling versus Reggie Wayne. But Wayne has been pretty consistent.
Yeah, I think it was a little much. 5th round pick, a little much.
Did you look up Luck?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Well, let me put a disclaimer here. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is 8th.
8th, okay.
He is 9, 10, and 11 are all within 2 of him.
Sure.
But
he's also 4 from 6
hold
as
on,
well.
Hold on. Aaron Rodgers, who is 10th, has played 1 less game. So if we take Aaron Rodgers' average, which is 26 points over the 4 games, and give him another 26 points, so that's what he's averaging, he would end up at 130, which would put him 5th. So I think that's, if you take out Peyton Manning, who has 195, Breeze is 2nd with 138. So Rodgers would have 130, which I think I'm calling bullshit on the fact that you said he hasn't been that good this year.
Who said?
For 2, you need someone who's been like elite so far.
You think Aaron Rodgers has been elite? I call Peyton Manning elite this year, and that's and Drew Brees.
So Drew Brees is 8 points ahead of Rodgers' average, but Rodgers isn't.
No, but you're assuming that.
Well, that's the only thing we can do because he hasn't played as many games.
It's a good debate, okay, Bob. It's a good debate. The next trade is the Yellow Peril. They are going ahead and getting their asses Maurice Jones-Drew, a very struggling running back on the Jacksonville Jaguars, friend of Chad Henne, who we had on the show, and he is trading David Givens.
No.
Oh, no, sorry.
David Givens' knees? What?
We still have yet to find them, Bub. Archaeologists are still searching the grounds of LP Stadium. Chris Givens and a 7th and 12th round pick to Handy Quacks, obviously. So I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I think Handy Quacks is just trying to unload MJD at this point. He's sick and tired of him.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised that he was able to get what he got for him.
Inside information tells me he almost had more, and then there's a couple.
I'm just kind of shocked.
Couple backouts and.
Well, good for Zach.
Well, that's all.
So Zach can accumulate all these picks for next year and blow it all again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let's take a look into the future with next week's matchups.
So, Bub, in Week 6, we all go back to the all-important divisional matchups.
Yes.
So let's run through the slate of games here. Stop me when you would like to speak, of course. VIP on Swole going up against myself, the Riverdale Scoopers, a couple of 3-2 teams in the thick of shit here. I'm going to not lie to you fuckers. I've had some visions of Marshawn Lynch raping me.
I bet he would. You're lucky he's not playing San Francisco.
Imagine Marshawn Lynch raping you for a second. Seriously, think about that right now. He could physically. First of all,
your butthole would be as big as a peanut butter jar. I bet that's as big as his dick, too. I bet his dick is as thick as a can of Coca-Cola.
See,
think of that entering your butthole.
Here on the Juve's Family Restaurant, the Dynasty Podcast, we break down Marshawn Lynch's dick. All right.
Dick!
Last time I played Chris, he beat me in the playoffs. Just saying. Just want to say that. Handy Quacks going up against Bubba Gump Shrimp. A couple of brothers here, a couple of struggling teams.
Battle.
Someone told you going into this year, Bub, that in your Week 6 matchup, the Handy Quacks would be 1-4. You'd be or if someone told you, going into this matchup that you would have one less win what would you say to that person?
I would have asked for what they were smoking.
Right.
I would have wanted something.
Right. You guys.
I would have shoved it up Marshawn Lynch's butthole.
What is the projections of this match?
Well, it's a little misleading.
It's misleading because we don't know who Handy Quacks is going to
There
start.
are people
with all
not
the
in.
trades.
I haven't picked anyone up yet.
All right.
But at the current moment, it's 50 to 39.